This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And we start with a nice shot of the finish tower at the Kettleman Road complex in Sarasota County. Windy out there, apparently. They resume the races today, wraps up on Sunday. Now, you had a chance to go out there yesterday. How'd you enjoy it?
Oh my gosh, was it hot. I mean, and I hate to lead with that, but seriously, it was 90. My car said like 97, and obviously that's a little inflated with pavement, but it was really hot. And I noticed that there's so many international people here who aren't used to that kind of heat, that there was a lot of just in general, oh my. So it was very warm. The facility's gorgeous. The water was smooth, the winds are calm, all the good things about rowing I think we had going on. But I'll tell you, the heat was impressive.
I heard the rowers had to really train in heat before they got here.
I'm sure.
To get ready for that.
Especially a lot of those European countries don't see this kind of heat ever.
Well, it's not the heat, it's the rain on our minds right now. John Scalzi's got a peek at the forecast. Hey, John.
Not the heat, the humidity, right?
Yeah, well, we got that today, too.
Oh, yeah, we do. We'll probably be again near the 90-degree mark again today, which we have been all week long, you know, well above average temperatures for this time of year. Rain shower chances, however, have been lower than average over the course of the week. That's about to change big time across the state of Florida. We have a lot of moisture down to the south of Cuba, lifting northward. As that lifts northward, we start to enhance our rainfall chances. That's ingredient one of what could be three ingredients coming together to provide parts of Florida, mostly the other coast, with some really heavy rainfall. Now, for us, we'll definitely see our rainfall chances increase. Even today, they'll be higher than they were yesterday, coming in at about 40%. We have some scattered showers out in Gulf waters. Daytime high temperature coming in at about 90. We'll talk all about the forecast for the weekend and the timing of what could be a developing tropical system coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now. First off in Manatee County. A couple slowdowns on the Green Bridge down to Bradenton, also 301. Otherwise, nothing major right now. Sarasota County, a little slowdown there off the interstate on Bee Ridge heading westbound. Also look at that 41 northbound above Clark, a congestion spot there. Otherwise, pretty clear South County, 602 on your Friday morning.
Our top story this hour, the White House and congressional Republicans are proposing to overhaul the nation's tax code.
And we're now seeing details on possible tax brackets. The new proposal calls for slashing the tax on corporations from 35 to 20%, reducing the number of tax brackets from 7 to 3, that's for individuals and families, and doubling the standard deduction for families. That would mean no income tax whatsoever on the first $24,000 of income. The administration is also pushing back on charges that wealthy Americans stand to benefit, but the White House could not confirm whether any middle-class families could possibly start paying more.
An update now on the controversy swirling behind Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price after reports revealed he chartered private planes on taxpayers' dimes. President Trump says he is not happy about the use of planes by several of his cabinet members, including Price. Here's what he had to say when he was asked about the private jets.
I was looking into it, and I will look into it, and I will tell you personally, I'm not happy about it. I am not happy about it. I'm going to look at it. I am not happy about it, and I let him know it.
Price said yesterday he regrets the controversy and will write a personal check for a little over $50,000 to the U.S. Treasury for the travel expenses, which notably, that number only covers his seat, not the total cost of the flights. When asked if he would fire Price, Trump replied, "We will see." Meanwhile, President Trump's son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner reportedly failed to tell the Senate Intelligence Committee about using a personal email account for official business. Committee leaders sent him a letter yesterday telling him to double-check to make sure he has turned in all communications relevant to this investigation. Kushner's attorney said they've already checked the account and there is no issue.
And a warm welcome back to Capitol Hill for the House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. Watch this. Scalise made an appearance on the House floor for the first time since being critically injured in a gun attack last June. The Louisiana Republican spoke out about his ordeal and praised the doctors who treated him. Scalise said they did a great job and, quote, put me back together again. He and 3 other people were shot and 2 others injured when a gunman opened fire on a GOP softball practice for a charity game. Scalise was shot once in his left hip, suffering damage in the internal organs. The attacker was killed in a gunfire exchange with Capitol Hill police.
A follow-up now on an Alaska man charged with killing 5 people and wounding 6 others in a South Florida airport. Lawyers representing Esteban Santiago say he is mentally fit to proceed with this case, even though he is being treated for schizophrenia. Santiago pled not guilty to a 22-count indictment in the January 6th shooting at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. After the shooting, Santiago told FBI agents he acted under government mind control and then claimed he was inspired by ISIS. The Justice Department is considering whether to seek the death penalty.
New this morning, North Korea is denying allegations that it tortured U.S. college student Otto Warmbier while he was in their custody. Warmbier died in an American hospital just days after his release in June. North Korea held him for 17 months after he was caught on camera removing a political banner last year there. A U.S. coroner's report released this week said that Warmbier had severe brain damage, but the report notes there was no obvious signs of torture. Warmbier's parents say they believe North Korea tortured him and intentionally injured him. A North Korean spokesperson said in a statement that the torture never happened and that the coroner's report confirms that.
An Indonesian disaster official says more than 140,000 people have left the region around Mount Agung. It's a volcano on Bali that they fear will soon erupt. The volcano has been at its highest alert level since Friday, sparking a massive exodus. An exclusion zone around the mountain extends as far as 7.5 miles from the crater, but officials say people much farther are also leaving. Agung last erupted in 1963, killing more than 1,100 people, and it remained active for almost a year. More than a week has passed since Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico.
And as reporter John Lawrence shows us, millions are still without power.
Devastated and desperate. That's the situation for millions of people in Puerto Rico.
This is no way to live, really. They should bring us water, other supplies, because the kids keep asking.
Most residents are still without power, and many others don't have basic necessities.
You can't get them there overnight because you got to either get them there by boat or you got to get them by plane.
FEMA officials say they have handed out almost 1 million meals so far, but thousands of packages haven't been delivered yet. Stuck on the island's largest port because of a lack of drivers and vehicle fuel.
The frustration of knowing that maybe right now, there's a person in need of medicine. That right now, babies, children don't have a bottle of water. And it's here. It's in Puerto Rico.
On Thursday, the White House authorized a temporary waiver of the Jones Act, which will allow more ships to bring supplies to the island. As for recovery efforts, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers vows to rebuild Puerto Rico's infrastructure, and area hospitals are attending to the sick and injured.
We have to triage patients, we have to triage logistical needs, and we have to prioritize their delivery so that we can make sure that we sustain lives in an achievable, bite-sized way.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The U.S. Coast Guard continues to help people in Puerto Rico affected by Hurricane Maria. Look at this video showing the Coast Guard literally passing out supplies earlier this week. Overall, they've already passed out over 3,000 meals and 4,500 liters of water. Puerto Rico's governor says that the area remains in emergency mode and that island and federal officials are doing everything they can to help.
Back here in the Sunshine State, anti-fraud investigators are being deployed to stop insurance and repair fraud. Scam artists are still trying to take advantage of consumers following Hurricane Irma. Florida's Department of Financial Services is sending several employees to the areas most impacted by Irma in an attempt to stop this fraud.
Do your research. Make sure that the company that you have invited in your home to do repairs in your home, they're licensed and insured. That's important. For us, we want to be proactive and obviously educate our consumers to the potential scams and frauds that are out there.
Brooks says, remember, a pushy insurance adjuster may be a warning sign you need to look elsewhere.
The U.S. House has passed legislation that will provide assistance for Floridians and other storm victims. Congressman Vern Buchanan said immediate tax relief is crucial to help Florida residents rebuild and recover. The measure will provide hurricane victims with relief by allowing tax-free access to retirement funds, suspend limits on charitable giving to qualified hurricane relief charities, and also allow more personal casualty losses to qualify for a tax deduction. A Sarasota foundation is providing up to $1 million to help recovery efforts in communities affected by 3 recent major hurricanes. The Patterson Foundation will give to the Community Foundation of Sarasota County, as well as the Center for Disaster Philanthropy, and to Net Hope to support disaster assessments in the Caribbean to help restore and enhance that region's infrastructure.
A local insurance company with ties to a Puerto Rico insurance group is collecting donations for their colleagues on the devastated island. Universal North America has set up a donation site in its parking lot on Paramount Drive in Sarasota. They're trying to help their nearby 1,000 family members and friends who are in Puerto Rico. You can drop off donations to help the storm survivors through Monday, October 2nd. And I don't know if you both noticed during the news story, the package that was coming out of Puerto Rico, they talked about how frustrating it was that these supplies are there. Now they need humans to get
Boots
it
on
from
the ground.
airport, boots on the ground, exactly, and there's no roads to get it there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that's breaking my heart, is I really feel like people are trying to get things out there. They're just running into these roadblocks, literally.
Need boots on the ground to get
Yeah.
those roads cleared.
Yep.
I don't understand why they can't do some airdrops, though. But
I haven't heard about that yet. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
May have to.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, hope that help arrives soon. We're looking at some scattered showers and potentially some flooding problems across the state of Florida coming up over the next couple of days, or 4 or 5. We'll talk about that in just a second.
What you want to hear for your weekend?
Yeah, enjoy your brunch. Also, first alert traffic on the way, and there was a lot of shock across the Suncoast when Alex Miller resigned as your state representative.
We have an exclusive interview with her about why she gave up her seat when we come back.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $199 a month, or get 2.9% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperature and dew point pretty close together. 75 air temperature, dew point 74, giving it kind of a humid feel to the air out there. But a nice starry sky. It's a pretty start to the morning. Not a whole lot of activity around. I don't even think that this is actually hitting the ground. We've got some cloud cover in inland areas. Across the region, we do have some heavier rain showers down to the south. This is real rainfall, and that is significant. We're seeing some fairly heavy rain from Miami all the way down through the Keys and dry Tortugas out in the Gulf, out in the Atlantic. All of that moisture lifting northward, enhancing our rainfall chances. Been showing this for, 4 or 5 days now. This is the water vapor imagery snapshot from a satellite of where the moisture is, where it is not. The tan color, the dry air, used to be right over the state of Florida. Now it's retreated westward as that moisture lifts northward. That's important. Now, this is a computer model that shows what's going to happen in the days ahead with the very moist air available to produce rainfall in our atmosphere. It's called precipitable water. Watch what happens. Wetter is redder here. And as it lifts northward, you can see that warm, moist, humid air sits right over the state of Florida. And in this area, just off the coast of the Atlantic coast of Florida, there is the possibility of some tropical development. The Hurricane Center gives it about a 40% chance that within this moisture to the south, we could see lifting northward an area of low pressure develop that could become tropical in nature. It could become a tropical depression or perhaps a tropical storm, low end, or a hybrid system perhaps. Not a big system, not a hurricane. It's not going to be a windstorm that's going to be a big problem for the state of Florida. It's going to be a rainmaker. That's what this one will be. And it could interact with a frontal boundary that'll stall out over north central Florida. So the combination of these factors, moisture, a low pressure area, a stalled frontal boundary, all acting together, could produce some significant rainfall, especially for the east coast of Florida. If that low does indeed move to the east, if it develops in the west, in the Gulf waters, you could have a higher rainfall total on our coast. But right now, the probabilities are stacked in favor of an east coast event. Fair rain chances increasing, warmer today, breezy next week. Here are the computer models that show the showers and thunderstorms kind of lifting north as this area of low pressure develops. These are the spaghetti models that are being run on this system. And you kind of get the sense that it lifts northward and then kind of pushes westward with time. Following this kind of a track, it's the east coast that could see 7, 8, 9-inch rainfalls. Watch what happens on the RPM computer model. Today, our rainfall chances go up. And then as that moisture lifts northward and a low develops, it could be a really heavy rainfall event for parts of, especially north central or western parts of the coast to the north. You can see all that rainfall beginning to build, and as it does so, some very impressive totals coming our way. East wind at 5 to 10 knots, and the official Suncoast forecast for the rest of the week, there we go, is, impressive rainfall totals. Looking for about a 70% chance by Monday of rainfall. Back to you.
All right, rent the movies for the weekend. Thank you very much, John. Taking a look at the roadways this morning, people off to a slow start for the most part. We're seeing the traffic on State Road 64 east of the interstate near Lakewood Ranch. A little bit of volume on Clark Road in Sarasota, but things moving well on I-75 and no problems this morning so far in South County. It is 6:19, and there was a lot of shock over the summer when new state representative Alex Miller announced that she was resigning. Now she's finally talking about it in an exclusive interview.
Yeah, she told me why she quit and also gave us rare insight into how the system works in Tallahassee.
I've always sort of wanted to be in the State House.
Even though Alex Miller runs a family business and is a single mother raising 2 teenage boys, she still thought she had time to do it all. She ran for office, she won, and then she found out some valuable lessons she says she wishes she knew beforehand.
I knew that session was 60 days long. I'm not sure that I was really aware that committee weeks were 4 months long. And then with a special session, it really winds up being about 8 months out of your life that you're moving back and forth from Tallahassee to home.
But it wasn't just the extra time that caused frustration. Miller says not voting for the eventual party leadership and voting out of lockstep with the majority of Republicans on key issues like abortion caused her to experience a chill from her new colleagues in the State House.
When you go up to Tallahassee, you have to fall in line very quickly. And I went in with the understanding that it was a top-down not dictatorship, but it was, you know, it was a very difficult, challenging place if you have any sort of outspoken ideas on issues that you may not be able to vote in line with leadership. And if you don't, I was told that you would be punished, but I didn't realize it would be so severe. And I had been removed from my two favorite committees, which were my healthcare committees, and I have an entire history and like my entire career has been in healthcare. I spent 4 years on the hospital board and 22 years in medical distribution. So they had done that, I was told, and I don't know this for sure, but it was a punishment in essence for voting a certain way that they did not like in a couple of votes.
So just months into her 2-year term, Miller surprised everybody and quit. You were there for a short time, but you got some quick insight into how the system works. As a taxpayer, should I be frustrated about how things are working up there?
There is just a lot of wasted time and a lot of power among a few people. And so you really have an entire house, a whole chamber full of people that just press buttons when they're told to press buttons. And if they don't press buttons, they will have consequences. You know, so much of the decision making is happening within, you know, the lobby corps and within staff because you have term limits. So what term limits does is it forces people to try to acquire as much power as quickly as possible, which often is associated with having to work with lobbyists.
If you want to see the entire interview, go to our website, mysuncoast.com. About 12,000 of you have clicked on that already. It's causing quite a buzz. Her rare, candid comments on how it works inside Tallahassee.
Well, I certainly appreciate candid, and I will tell you that disappoints me, but it does not surprise me. I think we all suspected that things aren't quite as they should be.
Some say it sounds like a big high school up there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yep, popularity contest.
6:22 up next. O.J. Simpson now days away from being a free man.
We'll tell you where he could be going once he gets out after this.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599. 800-570-7599.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
There's a picture I took while taking the shuttle from the parking lot over to the rowing competition this week. Some pretty pictures to be had out there. If you've got one, send them our way. Although the days are winding down now. Ends on Sunday. There's my address, Ray Collins, ABC7. Love to get your pictures right here at ABC7.
I should have taken the picture of me. I walked from the parking lot.
Did you walk?
And I was sweaty and nasty by the time I got there. So, shuttle guy. But yes, there's an available shuttle.
I had gear to carry. How about that?
Oh, all right. I'll give you that.
Oh, that's funny.
It is 6:26, and we are learning more about O.J. Simpson's time behind bars as he prepares to be released from prison within days.
And some think he might be heading here, maybe to St. Petersburg. That's the rumor. ABC's Matt Gutman has the latest.
In this morning's GMA First Look, O.J. Simpson's best friend for nearly 2 decades, Tom Scotto, opening up about the former football star's next steps.
All he wants to do is spend time with his family, his friends, and his kids, and play golf.
Scotto not revealing the location of where the juice is off to next, but says once he's out, he won't be shying away from the public eye.
He's going to do the same things he always did. He'll be around. People will see him. He's going to live his life.
Simpson was granted parole in July and by all accounts has an unblemished prison record. In the meantime, Scotto doubts Simpson will get into trouble yet again.
I'm sure he's learned that he can't trust everybody. I think by now he knows who his friends are.
And coming up at 7 a.m., George Stephanopoulos goes one-on-one with Simpson's lawyer, Malcolm Laverne. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Gutman, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Even though it's not dated, he indicates.
It's here, Kohl's lowest prices of the season. Prices so low, no coupons needed. Get men's crew neck tops, just $12.99. Girls' leggings, only $4.99. And the big one bath towel is just $2.99. Plus, get Kohl's cash, Wednesday through Sunday, only at Kohl's.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery.
What are you doing after this?
At Almond Breeze, we only use California-grown Blue Diamond almonds in our almond milk, and we're proud of that. But the whole care and nurturing part, that idea, we borrowed from the experts. Blue Diamond Almond Breeze. The best almonds make the best almond milk.
Hey Macy's cardholder, it's thanks for sharing time. With a $25 enrollment fee charged to your card, you get 10% rewards on every qualifying Macy's card purchase through December 31st. And Macy's donates up to $15 million to select charities. Visit Macys.com/thanks to join.
The Alfa Romeo Stelvio takes the modern compact luxury crossover and injects it with personality.
Every crossover should be this good to drive.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
help us light the night.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you. ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
I went in skeptical and came away impressed.
Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds, a segment best.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, guilty of murder. A Manatee County man could be put to death for a deadly home invasion 2 years ago.
The search continues after a Cuban rower disappeared at the World Rowing Competition.
And heavy rains may impact our area throughout the weekend. We'll tell you why residents are concerned with flooding, plus the leftover debris from Hurricane Irma. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back at 6:32. I'm Stephanie Roberts, and you are looking at the World Rowing Championships entranceway this morning, and things look to be pretty calm out there.
Very nice. A couple more days left, and you had a chance to go out there and brave the heat yesterday, and just watch some racing as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually got a chance to go up in the finishing tower, so it was very nice to be able to see, to see all the way down to the start. And I found it interesting how, especially when they're doing the smaller boats, simply because when you're by yourself or in a pair, it takes so long, that one race won't have quite hit the finish line, and the next one had already got sent.
Yes, good idea.
So I thought, oh, all right, that's interesting. We're maximizing our time here.
And each time somebody crosses the finish line, a car horn sounds.
Yes. It took me a little while to realize that's what that was.
I said, whose ride is here?
Right. No, very interesting, but fun to hear all the different languages being spoken and all the cheers in the different languages. We don't always hear that in Sarasota. Very international flair. I enjoyed that.
Good point. Let's get to the forecast now for the weekend. Hey, John Scalzi.
Hey, that's interesting. A lot of races, one after another after another. Wonder how many there are total throughout the entire event. That would be kind of interesting to know.
Hundreds, yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. We have a lot of rain showers in the forecast over the course of the next 7 days, really. Specifically starting probably Sunday and then going through probably Wednesday of next week. We have some moisture lifting northward out of Cuba. You can see that by all the cloud cover that really stretches from the southern tip of the state of Florida all the way down to south of Cuba. That's lifting northward, and as it does so, our rain chances go up. Moisture will continue to stream northward through the Florida Straits today, producing rain showers through the Keys on up through the southern tip of the state. And our rainfall chance today a little better than it was yesterday, but still, today's not a rain out. We're looking at about a 40% chance of rain. Complete forecast details in a few.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now as you awaken on this Friday morning. Checking first off in Manatee County. Some slowdowns there on 301 northbound around the Ellington Outlet Mall. Perhaps some sales there this morning. Farther south now into Sarasota County. All clear. I think we passed over a little icon there. We'll check next 15 minutes. Farther south, all clear at 6:34 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, a man on trial for breaking in and killing a couple in their home 2 years ago has been found guilty.
Trey Nanambre and 2 other men forced their way into a home on Southern Parkway and killed Esther Danaeus and Cantrell Brooks while their 5 children slept nearby. Surveillance video you're about to see shows he was with 2 other men. One has yet to stand trial, and the third has taken a plea deal of 25 years in prison for testifying against the other 2 men. Nanambre could face the death penalty when the jury reconvenes October 11th.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is trying to find Lysette Hernandez Licia. Licia is competing in the 2017 World Rowing Championships at Nathan Benderson Park right here in Sarasota. The 24-year-old athlete from the Cuban rowing team was officially reported missing yesterday after she didn't show up for her morning competition. She was last seen Wednesday night around 9 o'clock. If you have any information on where Licia might be this morning, you are asked to call the Sheriff's Office in Sarasota County immediately.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is mourning the loss of one of their own this morning. He was killed in a head-on collision about this time yesterday. Corrections Deputy Sean Feverston was killed yesterday morning. It happened at the intersection of Moccasin Wallow Road and 36th Avenue East in Palmetto. FHP says a Ford pickup truck towing a trailer made a left-hand turn and collided in front of the Jeep Wrangler in which Feverston was driving. The Jeep flipped on its side and Feverston was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of that truck, George Grigsby, had minor injuries. He is being charged with violating the right-of-way. Here is the statement released by the Sheriff's Office on Facebook. He's worked there for the past 4 years, and they said, "Our deepest condolences during this difficult time to the Feverston family. Our thoughts and prayers are with you."
The Sarasota Police Department is asking for help in an unsolved murder case. Travis Combs was murdered in Sarasota back in August. Sarasota police are asking the public for information regarding this homicide and any other crimes related to it. If you have information, please contact Crime Stoppers. You may be eligible for a reward.
New developments this morning in a Northport death investigation. Police now call this a murder. Officers were called to a house on Roxbury Circle early Tuesday morning, where they found the body of this man, 22-year-old Jaquez Rivers. Police are not releasing how he died or any other details, but they do not believe it was a random act. They say the investigation is very active and ongoing. Former Sarasota County Sheriff Deputy Frank Bybee is back in court, charged with stealing $65,000 from a woman and then attempting to suffocate her. The sheriff's deputy you just saw testified that he warned Bybee about the victim's allegations, and a sergeant described the internal investigation into Bybee before the criminal investigation even began. There are still few key witnesses left to testify, including the sheriff, Tom Knight, Bybee's wife, and also Deputy Carson Plank, who is charged with lying to deputies about the case. That trial resumes this morning at 9 a.m.
A Bradenton man is set to be arraigned today on murder charges in Manatee County. Larry Williams is accused of killing his girlfriend and her baby before setting their apartment on fire with the two inside. Williams is currently being held at the Manatee County Jail. He initially denied any involvement, but later told deputies he committed the murders when a demon took him over. We will have more on this case throughout the day right here on ABC 7. Well, there's more rain expected over the next few days, and that brings more concerns about flooding here on the Suncoast.
A big reason: debris left over from Hurricane Irma. We recall that one. Our latest now from Rick Adams.
Debris left over from Hurricane Irma can be seen from one neighborhood to the next. This is a little troubling for longtime Harbor Drive resident Susan Benjamin. With any storm, the street in front of her home typically floods because of storm drainage issues near her home. Since there is still lots of debris in front of many of her neighbors' homes, she says there's a little more concern with the upcoming storm.
The exit to the drain is at high tide, it's underwater. So when we have heavy rains, at high tide, the water has no place to go but back up on our street.
Benjamin says she has never had any water in her home or in her garage, but the street flooding remains a big issue in her neighborhood.
I've gotten used to it, but I have to admit that the last couple of years, for whatever reason, it seems to be getting a little worse.
Just down the street from Benjamin, Harry Williamson's home is on higher ground. Despite living near the Hudson Bayou, he's not too worried about flooding from the upcoming storm or any problems the debris could cause.
We're not concerned about it, but I presume that it could happen. I don't know. We've never had that problem.
The storm last Friday caused a lot of flooding around the Suncoast, especially in Sarasota. So the big question is how much more flooding could happen from the bigger storm that's expected to hit over the next few days.
That is a concern. Yes, it is. My husband and I make sure that drain is always clear.
Sarasota County works closely with the city of Sarasota on the storm drainage. In a statement from the county, they say the Sarasota County Stormwater Division staff maintains the stormwater system during rainfall events and throughout the year. In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Meantime, FEMA is urging those who suffered damage from Irma not to wait to sign up for assistance. FEMA reps were in Venice last night to help residents get signed up. Over the past 5 days, nearly 400 people have requested financial help from the federal government. Storm victims were able to meet with FEMA reps one-on-one to discuss the extent of the damage and find out what assistance they might qualify for. Now it's not too late to sign up. We have a list of locations and times where you can still find FEMA reps on our website at mysuncoast.com.
One of South Sarasota County's busiest roads is waiting to be widened. River Road has been on the books to have a major rebuild for years, but local lawmakers have struggled to find funding. The Metropolitan Planning Organization listed River Road as a top priority, especially with the new Atlanta Braves Stadium coming in February of 2019. River Road will be the main access point from I-75 to the new stadium.
I drive River Road all the time, and the number of accidents with that two-lane road is unconscionable. So moving that forward, I think, by the MPO and others is a critical priority.
Local developers have offered to rebuild 1 mile of the road as an incentive. They're hopeful the funding could be found for the rest of it within the next year.
And one of the area's fastest growing communities will soon have a brand new downtown area. The West Villages that you just saw in Northport is releasing plans to build a downtown similar to the one in Lakewood Ranch. Even a new Publix is being planned there as well.
Instead of them having to go south to Fort Myers and north to Sarasota, this is going to bring a whole venue of entertainment for them to stay home, which means they'll spend dollars here and keep the tax dollars here.
Northport commissioners approved the first phase of that plan earlier this week.
Well, it'd be nice to see that coming up, and it would also be nice to see the rain maybe waiting to the second half of the weekend. Any hopes there?
Yeah, I think so.
Can we squeak in Saturday?
I think so. No, there'll be more rain around on Saturday, but it won't be a rain out.
Okay,
so that's good. Even Sunday, I don't think it'll be a rain out. But as we head into Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday,
That's
Wednesday,
right. I will be back here by then.
Thursday, Friday.
Seriously? All next week?
No.
Okay,
I was
good.
doing Godfather.
Oh, sorry. Went right over my head.
It was movie quotes. No, but at least for the first half of next work week, I think we're going to be in for a rainy period. Talk about that in a second.
All right, sounds good. And still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll have the latest in First Alert traffic and then nutrition facts. They're everywhere, everything we eat and drink.
But are these labels really helping Americans make better choices? The answers might surprise you after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me. Oh, they're playing my song.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
75 degrees here, temperature dew point at 74. Nice starry sky out there. We do have a little bit of cloud cover. This false echo, don't worry so much about that. But down to the south, that's not false echo. We have some serious ongoing issues here with some heavier rainfall through parts of the Florida Straits on up through areas as far north as Cape, really seeing some rain showers. Maybe a little bit of drizzle in inland areas of Hardy and DeSoto, but most of that not hitting the ground. For our area, we have some drier air indicated on the satellite view here as this tan colorization that used to be smack dab over the state of Florida. That's gone now. The moisture is replacing it. And if you look at the moisture available for rain over the next several days, where redder is wetter, it increases across north central Florida big time as we head into the weekend. That moisture source within it may spawn an area of low pressure. Hurricane Center is watching that as it lifts northward. We could get eventually maybe a depression form out of that, or perhaps even a really low-end tropical storm. That's a possibility. It could then interact with a trough of low pressure, a frontal boundary that will stall out and drape itself over north central Florida. The combination of the moisture, that front kind of stalled out, and perhaps a developing low pressure area could lead to a heavy rainfall event, especially for the east coast of Florida. That's where the odds are stacked right now, the east coast of Florida. But we'll watch it. If that low develops on the west coast, well, then the game changes a little bit. We have a rain chance increasing for everybody across the state just because of the moisture in the front over the course of the weekend. Still warm today, and then breezy next week, particularly if that low develops. This is the spaghetti model track for this system, and you can see the models are kind of clustered over on the east coast if you look at it. That low pressure area lifting north along the east coast and then kind of ejecting westward with time as it kind of falls apart will lead to some heavier rainfall totals over on the other coast. Even today, with that moisture lifting northward, we get a better chance of rainfall later on this evening. And then over the course of the next couple of days, we'll watch and see whether we get that low develop and just how much rainfall they may get on the other coast. Check out possible total rainfalls over a 7-day period on the other coast, and you can see we're getting bullseyes up around Jacksonville of perhaps 7, 8, 9-inch rainfalls. That's significant. That will lead to some localized flooding there. For us, 2 to 4 inches over a 7-day period. We can deal with that. But a lot of it depends on what hasn't developed yet, and that's that low pressure area. East wind at 5 to 10, light chop. Nice day for boating. We'll dodge a few scattered showers, though, especially late in the day. Rain chances spike over the weekend up to 70% on Monday. Back to you.
For those rain showers, thank you, John. Looking at the roads this morning, it is a nice dry morning commute. Some volume westbound there on State Road 64, also 301 southbound picking up in Bradenton. Looks like we do have a problem there on University Parkway near 301, so something to keep an eye out for as you head there. An accident right there at a very busy intersection, so you may want to dip down and cross on Fruitville. Beveridge and Clark moving pretty well on I-75, accident and delay free in South County. In this hour's Health Smart, when it comes to nutrition labels, you see the words and the numbers every day, but are you really digesting what it means? With more, here's ABC News' Lana Zach.
Whether on a bag of cookies or a box of high-fiber cereal, one thing you'll find on any packaged food item is the nutritional label. The FDA has required the recognizable black and white nutrition facts panel on nearly all packaged food since 1990. But are these labels really helping Americans make healthy food choices? Too often, the answer may be no. A team of researchers at the FDA, NIH, and Tufts University surveyed the nutritional facts knowledge of more than 3,000 people. When they gave these subjects an ice cream nutritional label, nearly 1 in 4 couldn't say how many calories there were in the entire container. Likewise, more than 2 out of 5 could not calculate the percentage daily value of calories in a single serving. The researchers also found that those who had the least understanding of these labels tended to admit to higher intake of sugar-sweetened soda. The FDA is already planning a nutrition label revamp. But since these changes are still months away, the best thing you can do is to be a more informed consumer. Learn what these labels mean and make sure they matter when it comes to what goes into your shopping cart. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lana Zach, ABC News.
Entertainment news now. Actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus had some bad news to report yesterday. She went on Twitter and said, 1 in 8 women get breast cancer, and today I am the one. The actress says she is lucky to have the support of family and friends, along with, quote, fantastic insurance. She closed her tweet by saying people need to fight all cancers and make universal health care a reality. Fans who want to turn back time need to head to Broadway. The Cher Show, a musical based on the actress and singer's life and career, is set to hit Broadway next fall after a short summer run in Chicago. Cher said that the concept seems crazy, exciting, and bizarre, but that's probably how my life seems to most people. Beyonce lending her voice to Hurricane Maria relief. The singer unveiled a remix to the song Mi Gente. No word yet on how much money this song could raise, but its teaser video received more than 1 million views on Instagram in under 1 hour. Wow.
Good for her. Every bit helps.
Yes. Up next, our day's the top local news headlines, he tried to say. And dogs brought into a shelter after Hurricane Irma are heading north.
We'll tell you where the Miami Poochers are getting the 5-star treatment after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back at 6:54. Here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast.
A jury found a Manatee County man guilty of a deadly home invasion 2 years ago on Southern Parkway. Trey Nondombre could face the death penalty.
The trial resumes this morning for a former Sarasota County Sheriff deputy charged with attempted murder. Frank Bybee is pleading not guilty.
And a Cuban rower has disappeared at the World Rowing Championship in Sarasota County. She was last seen Wednesday night, and some think she might have defected.
Checking out First Alert traffic for the final time this morning. No problems right now in Manatee County. Expressway's looking good. We are looking at Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark roads moving well. Might want to avoid University and 301. A crash reported in the intersection there, and no problems in South County. Some weather problems headed our way this weekend, John.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ingredients are in place to produce some heavier rainfall over the course of the next several days. We're looking at certainly the moisture around and certainly a frontal boundary to the north, but where and when a low pressure area develops will determine who gets how much rain and when.
Thank you, John. Finally, look at this Southwest Airlines thing. They partnered with the Miami-Dade Animal Services to fly more than 24 dogs north. They made it to the Buffalo Niagara International Airport yesterday, where community members from Dogtail Rescues and the Sanctuary of Ontario greeted them. After Hurricane Irma, Miami-Dade Animal Services received a major inflow of dogs, and now those dogs that have been at the shelter the longest are receiving the 5-star treatment in upstate New York.
I love that story. And we do the same thing here, our area shelters. When too many dogs come in, they work with other shelters and get them put appropriate places.
I think that's just another good reason, though, to get your animals chipped.
Absolutely.
If you don't have that done, get it done.
Take care of them in storms.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great Friday. Good Morning America is up next.